Our countdown to the Summer Olympics continues tonight. We've got a special story coming up tonight at 11 about the world's first female sushi chef. That's all part of our coverage coming up tonight on 13 News at 11 o'clock. We'll preview that for you here on Facebook Live. Great to be with you on this Wednesday. Welcome inside the Channel 13 studios. Let us know where you are watching Facebook Live. We'll give you a shout out during this evening, and we're going to be talking about the storms that have been moving through the state of Indiana today. In fact, if you look out west, there's more coming in Illinois. We'll get with Angela in a moment, find out when to expect more rain and storms and actually some more milder temperatures. That's all coming up tonight. Also, we're going to take a look at what does the NCAA change mean in terms of allowing student athletes to be able to make money on their name, their image, and their likeness. We'll hear from Rich Nye about that. And also, we're going to be talking about one of the other big stories today. Rick Carlisle introduced as the Pacers coach for a second time. You'll hear from our Taylor Tannenbaum as we get this Facebook Live going. So want to welcome into the couch. Angela is with us, and I'm sitting here looking at our news app, our weather app, and I know you can't really see, but all of this green here is all Illinois. Is that coming into our state?
It is. Whenever I talk to kids at schools, I'm like, most of our weather comes from the west. So we have it pretty easy. You look at Illinois, whatever's there's coming our way. It seems like every day we look at Illinois and it's still raining. It's still raining. It's still raining. We finally get a break, but not until after tomorrow. And we're a little concerned overnight that we may see a similar setup to what we had this morning.
Oh, great.
Yes, wasn't that fun if you had to be out early?
Fun to be woken up by the thunder and lightning, right?
But we had kind of a trail of rain that moved over the same area. So we ended up with a couple of inches of rain in a short amount of time that led to standing water on the roads, and that's going to be an issue overnight as we don't have a lot to show you on live Doppler 13 radar. There are some storms across the southeastern part of the state, but as Scott pointed out, it really is what's developing out in Illinois. So all of this eventually is going to move from west to east, and eventually there is an end. It's just not going to be until sometime tomorrow afternoon or tomorrow evening. So be prepared. More rain is in the forecast overnight. We're expecting that to continue to fill in as we head through the overnight hours and early tomorrow, especially from Indianapolis south. This is the picture early tomorrow morning. Be prepared for some steady rain. Now, what is eventually going to happen is that's going to start to move south. So we actually take the rain symbols out of tomorrow afternoon, which will be kind of nice. We did get some dry breaks today, but the dry breaks tomorrow will be the first sign that our weather pattern is changing. And we've got some drier weather moving our way. But between now and midday tomorrow, a few places could pick up another inch or two of rain that could lead to some standing water overnight. Okay,
our Facebook friends joining us tonight, among many, Teresa Sego watching tonight. Also, let's see, Angela's dad is watching from Syracuse.
Hi, Dad.
Isn't that great to have your dad watching?
He watches every night.
He doesn't comment very often, though, does he?
No. I think if he was getting bad weather up there near Lake Wawasee, he would for sure get on and he would for sure comment. But no.
Oh, he's a great dad.
He is a great
good
dad.
to have your dad with us tonight. Timothy from Winchester. Sharon is from Delphi tonight. Kelly from Indianapolis. Joni here in Indianapolis tonight. Martha from Anderson. Jim from Greencastle. So we've got lots of folks here on our Facebook page. Great to have you with us tonight, joining us. Continue to weigh in on where you are watching tonight, and we'll get into a couple of other subjects. One of the other big stories that we want to talk about tonight is the NCAA made a big ruling today in terms of allowing student athletes the ability to make money on their likeness, their image. And this is going to really be a game changer, I think, for a lot of student athletes. This begins tomorrow, and our Rich Nye has that report for us tonight.
The NCAA Division I Board of Directors met Wednesday at the national office in Indianapolis to adopt an interim policy that would allow student athletes to earn money for their name, image, and likeness. The college sports governing body made the change to avoid recruiting advantages across the country. Several states already passed laws taking effect July 1st that allowed college athletes to accept endorsement and sponsorship money. Indiana is not one of those states.
To me, it's the next evolution. It's change that probably needed to come to the college athletic world. It became, I believe, indefensible to justify why student athletes could not take advantage of these opportunities.
None of this potential new money comes from the schools to the student athletes. The NCAA rule change allows the student athletes to pursue their own personal endorsement deals independent of who they play for. Student athletes can hire an agent to represent them in business deals. A major change is coming to amateurism in college sports.
This has been the model that Olympic athletes have been operating under for some years. And I don't think any of us look at Olympians in any different light just because they've been able to have endorsement or sponsorship opportunities available to them away from their Olympic competition. That's really very similar to what we're talking about here.
IU football coach Tom Allen says the new policy only increases the responsibility of his players to protect their personal brand and marketability by making good choices.
Life's about choices. So we're trying to help them make great choices. And then when they do make great choices and they do learn to handle themselves in the right way, they have a platform and they have a means to be able to show the world who they are. And that allows them to be able to have a voice, as we've said. It allows them to have an impact.
And allows them to make money while playing college sports.
This story today, we were talking about, okay, what does this mean for most athletes? You figure that basketball players and football players, I mean, look, these are the signature sports. Those star players probably going to make the most. But Darren Ravel is one of the business people that I follow on Twitter, and he did an article tonight that I've reposted on my Twitter account looking at the top 20 college athletes that will probably make money. And he's got a number of people that are in different sports.
Oh, interesting.
In gymnastics, lacrosse, wrestling, volleyball, and it's all based on things like their TikTok users, Instagram followers, Facebook, Twitter.
So you can sell ads or get sponsors to TikTok or Instagram or things like that and make money that way.
Right.
I didn't even think about the social media aspect of that.
Right.
And that's probably larger than what you would think of, you know, going down to wherever and knocking on a door and saying, hey, would you like to sponsor me? They're going to get all of that from TikTok and social media.
Yeah, you think about, and you know, if the kids wanted to do maybe an autograph session, they could make tons of money doing that, and obviously they've got their social media profiles. So it's not just going to be basketball and football players, you know, making money. It looks like it's going to trickle down to sports, and we're going to see kids making money in college.
And lawyers and agents.
That's right. That's another thing. They
well.
can hire agents. That's right.
Yeah, and
That's
as
right.
the IU coach said, you want to make sure you are responsible and you pick somebody you trust to do those things for you, and you know.
Right. Another big sports story today, Rick Carlisle introduced for a second time as the Pacers head coach, and Taylor Tannenbaum had a chance to recap today's first press conference.
Yeah, it's not deja vu, it's happening again. Rick Carlisle talking to the media today for his introductory press conference, his second go around as the Pacers head coach. As the front office was searching for its new leader, they were looking for someone with multi-year experience and a championship pedigree. So when Carlisle hit the market a few weeks ago, they got the deal done quickly. The 61-year-old says he's looking forward to returning and the challenge ahead.
I've been able to have conversations with all the guys on the roster. I like the way they're talking. I like the tone. We're going to make a heavy emphasis on getting better defensively and finding ways to create as many small edges as we can. We need to get back in the playoffs, and we need to find a way to win in the playoffs.
So we'll see if Rick Carlisle, the third head coach in 3 years, can get this team and this roster to be a true contender in the East moving forward, guys.
Let's hope so.
Yeah, I mean, look, Pacers haven't been in the playoffs in a while. They missed the playoffs this year. Rick Carlisle, he's got that championship pedigree. He won one in Dallas. Hopefully they can do the same. The roster is going to be the big story here. I think it's going to be interesting to look at the Pacers roster during the offseason, see if they make any trades, free agent signings, that kind of thing.
That would be great. You know, Pacers and Racers, we love it when they're all playing, at the end of May, early June, and it just seems like, you know, kick off the summer in such a great way.
Right. All right, let's turn our attention to the countdown in Tokyo. I mean, look, tomorrow is July 1st. The Olympics start on July 23rd. It is finally here.
Yeah, so 3 weeks from Friday, opening
ceremony in Tokyo. And we're doing these countdown stories from our pre-pandemic trip. Do you like sushi?
I do, except my dad really likes sushi.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
Speaking of Dan Buckman, he is a huge fan, and he gets all of the raw, very kind of strange, whatever the weirdest roll on the menu, he will get. I'm a little more cooked or veggie.
Conservative? Okay. Well, look, when we went to Japan in 2019, we spent a month in the Olympic host country. We ate sushi everywhere.
Sure.
And for the most part, men are the ones behind the table serving you sushi. It's a cultural thing in Japan. Historically, men are the sushi chefs. But we wanted to find out about this woman in Japan who has become, she's really broken the barrier. And this is Yuki. Yuki is our focus of our story tonight. And look at the sushi that she puts together. She's got an artistic background. And she really broke through the glass ceiling in Japan. She is the world's first female sushi chef. She's got her own restaurant, and now her culinary skills, and particularly her artistic skills, have allowed her now to teach other women in Japan how to be a sushi chef. So she's very inspirational. She's got a very, very fun personality, and you're going to see a very animated story tonight on 13 News at 11.
This is one, selfishly, that I've been looking forward to the most.
Good.
Yes, because I like sushi a little bit, but I love the fact that she's the first woman.
Yeah.
I love the fact that there's art to it, and those plates were magnificent looking.
They are. You just want to look at them and, of course, then
eventually
devour them. But the sushi, as you can imagine, the food, look, if you're a foodie, Japan is a place that you want to go. The noodles are great. Obviously, the sushi is spectacular, and that'll be another story that you'll see coming up tonight on 13 News at 11.
Looking forward to it.
Yeah, I know your dad may look forward to it if he's a sushi fan.
If he stays up, he sometimes will tune in tune into the 11 on the app or somewhere, wherever he can watch live stream it.
Before we get a final look at the forecast, just let's see, Glenn saying go Colts. Wes does not appear to be a fan of sushi. That's okay. Let's see, Anastasia, I agree your daughter is amazing. She knows her weather in living Syracuse too. Used to live in Indy. So Anastasia, thank you so much for joining us tonight. Melanie says Angela's dad has an amazing daughter. If you're just joining us, Angela's dad is watching with us. That's why we're talking about it tonight. And so anyway, let's see, a couple of others. Mark James with us tonight. Bruce is with us tonight, and Judy with us tonight from Muncie. So we've got lots of folks tuning in.
Excellent.
So wake up weather tomorrow?
Wake up weather tomorrow. Grab the umbrella. Very similar to today. There will be some pockets of rain, maybe a few rumbles of thunder. Best chance for that widespread rain will be developing later tonight, continuing through the morning drive through about midday, and then eventually we're going to see this, finally, this band of rain and storms shift south and east, and we're going to start to dry things out. We'll be close to 80. We didn't get 80 today. Unless we did late, 79 officially this afternoon. So our heat streak is over. Still, obviously, if you were out today, very muggy.
Yeah.
We're going to get a break from that for Friday and the start of the weekend.
Okay, and Angela's 7-day forecast also coming up tonight on the big show at 11 o'clock. Thank you for joining us.
Oh, wait.
And yeah, you had one other thing?
One more thing.
Is this a message for your dad?
Nope, it's controversial.
Uh-oh.
We're going to talk fireworks either tomorrow night or Friday night.
Yeah, okay.
Because, it gets people going on social media if people are letting off fireworks that aren't on the 4th of July. So we want to know, are you pro-firework in your neighborhood or are you anti-firework
Now,
in your
are you
neighborhood?
talking about any other day other than the 4th of July?
Yeah, because, some people are going to get into the spirit. There's probably going to be some fireworks, Friday night and Saturday night and maybe even, well, obviously Sunday and then maybe even Monday. So what's your opinion on fireworks? Be thinking, and we'll talk about this either tomorrow or Friday.
That is a really good topic because I think by now we've usually heard some fiarworks.
I
haven't heard anything.
No, I haven't heard too many. So, but it gets people going.
Okay.
Especially people that have to get up early.
Yeah.
And they hear them late at night, 10, 11 o'clock, and if they have to get up for work.
Did your family used to set them off?
No, we never did that. We always went somewhere and watched them, which I love fireworks.
Yeah,
so.
Yeah, me too. All right, we will talk about that.
I'm pro-firework, but...
You're pro-firework?
No.
I'm pro-fireworks so long as it doesn't happen at like 2 in the morning,
Okay,
right?
fair enough. So there's a time limit.
Yeah, I think up until like, midnight or so, but it's when they do the fireworks like days and a week after 4th of July. It's like, come on now.
It's going to be a good discussion tomorrow, Friday.
For Angela, I'm Scott. Thanks for joining us, Facebook friends. And Angela's dad, thank you for joining us tonight. We'll see you on 13 News at 11. Good night.